Poopsies. This is going to be a quick video today to explain ways you can relax without this video or ASMR in general. So before this begins, if you are new here and you have stumbled upon this YouTube channel, welcome to the Poopsie Tribe. I am Papa Poopsie. We just say that for fun. This is a family of baby poopsies, so if you want to be a poopsie, you subscribe and tap that bell and hit all notifications, and check my website, Bomboni.com, to book your own services for me. I offer OnlyFans, Reiki, Tarot, Patreon, Cameo, ASMR albums, which I recommend you check out for sure. Alright, and you can use those coupon codes in the corner. So let's begin this video. So today's video is just basically kind of like what I do to relax, some advice, because obviously I can't give advice on something I haven't had personal experience with, for obvious reasons, right? Like, I'm not going to talk about something I don't actually do. Like, you can read a book, but unless you do the lab experiment, you won't know, right? So you would just be speaking disingenuinely, which I cannot stand. Like, yeah, people should be always honest and just real and raw with their... Anyway, so moving on. I just can't stand dishonesty. I'm just gonna tell you straight up what I do from the heart right now, and that is, you're not gonna relax right away, okay? Like, that's just honest, okay? Like, real, raw, honest truth. It can be hard, especially if you are very much reliant and dependent on ASMR videos in general. I know I sometimes suffer the same. Lately I haven't really been home much lately. I have much time to, really to myself, but I have just been kind of like choosing peace lately, like kind of just actively with whatever, if someone doesn't agree with me on an opinion or something, I get into a bigger argument with a family member or something, I will just choose peace. So, relaxation cannot just be bestowed upon you like that. Like, we're human beings, we have this complex computer whirring in our brain. Sometimes it needs a good slap to kind of wake up, if you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, our daily tea or coffee can't really slap our brain as good as sometimes our own dose of slap, right? Like, kind of a reality check of like, wait a minute, what am I doing with my life in terms of causing myself stress, causing myself not to be able to relax? So yeah, it's not going to be easy. ASMR is easy because you listen and then you're like clocked out. And it's sort of like, I like to put in the AirPods and then kind of multitask sometimes, and like, it's background noise, I'm not even paying attention sometimes, but that noise or that sound, the voice really stimulates my relaxation somehow. So if I don't have that, like, why then do I feel the need to do that, right? Like, maybe that's something I need to improve over time, is like, okay, the dependency, because I do like to support, and many people have supported me over the years, over the last 10 years, so I feel like, okay, like listening, it comes back to you, right? Like, and not just for that reason, but like, I genuinely enjoy ASMR, of course. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. I'm not just listening just to support, but it's like, I like to feed into what I do as well, right? Like, obviously, and I like to learn new things from people, and like, let's see, oh, this ASMR just did something that I could have done or something, I like the simpler things, but my point being is, listening to something daily like that, yeah, it can help you, but what if like the power goes out or your Wi-Fi or whatever, and you don't have those things anymore? So it's like, okay, how can you cope with, like, today there was a tornado watch, like the power briefly went out flickering, the lights, high wind speeds, no internet connection. So what do you do in that moment? And it was a frightening moment, right? Like, I come home and I see the stop sign and the street sign were knocked over for the first time ever. Even the hurricane didn't do that. Trash cans all the way across the other end of the street, gone. Trash everywhere, trees, branches everywhere. And it was a scary moment. I had to drive back home, I wasn't home at the time, and so I was like, oh my gosh, but I was like, okay, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, I choose peace, right? Like, I literally can choose to be at peace in this works best for you, but at the end of the day, to relax even is a choice, I would say, okay? I know I've been saying that. Sorry, I have food in my teeth. I had cereal. I thought I got it all out. I've been saying that a lot lately. Like, a lot of things are a choice, and they truly are, okay? Yeah, we don't choose who we are, who we identify as, but we choose, if we're going to be stressed about a situation or not. And so after that, I was just like, nope, I'm not going to stress, I came home, everything was fine, nothing was damaged. Life is good, right? Continues to flow. So, but at the moment I was thinking like, oh my god, what happened in Kentucky and all these tornadoes and stuff, like, oh my god, what if that happened here? And I was like, oh my god, I better get going, better get home. But then I was like, okay, Tony, again, that computer, you have to remind yourself it's just like a computer, and you're like, boop, 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 slap a little something. I mean, I sometimes even give myself a good slap, honestly, like, you need that sometimes, right? Like, you need that kind of pick me up, whip yourself into action, right? Like, okay, let me remember who I am. So basically, like, who I truly am, like my highest self, which is always calm, always at peace, always in relaxed mode, okay? It's like a different brainwave state as well. So, like, if you could just calm that computer down, the fan doesn't have to keep whirring, then you can. Alright, so, to choose to relax, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen until you choose relaxation. You can't, why that works? Because you have to choose to watch an ASMR video too, right? You chose to do that today. No one forced you to watch ASMR, like, oh my god, go watch ASMR. No, like, you choose to. Not everyone even likes ASMR, so of course you chose to watch this video today. So every day is action steps based on what you choose. Your life is a summary of the decisions you've made, the conscious choices you've made, okay? That's all it is, and a lot of it's unconscious as well, and people don't realize this. They blame the world for all their problems and their misery and their suffering and their pity, but you know what, honey? Some of it's unconscious too. We do action steps daily unconsciously as well. Now, can we prevent everything like this almost tornado today? No. Obviously, we didn't choose that, honey. We didn't unconsciously attract it. Maybe I did. I don't know. But, maybe, the whole community of people here unconsciously did. I don't know. Like, I do believe, like, humans are powerful and we can manifest whatever, even as a collective. But, or it could have been just happen chance, right? It was very odd for almost Christmas for that to happen. But anyway, my point being is that every day we make decisions and we're going to react to those things, or we're just going to kind of be more passive. And there's appropriate times where you should react to be passive, but I won't go into it. I know I'm getting into much detail, but it's for a reason here, because it all links into relaxation, okay? How you can kind of be more conscious of what you are doing and choosing. So yeah, just like ASMR can be like a stimulant or an addiction for some people, even a little brief moment in time. I think the addiction thing is a little far stretched. Maybe I'm wording that wrong, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can maybe depend on it so much, rely on it so heavily that that's all you listen to day in and day out. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No. I mean, it's not bad for you, right? Like, it's not bad for you to relax, so what, be my guess. Honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. But yeah, there's certain appropriate moments where you have to kind of live your life and just like be at peace and be silent, or do your own thing, right? Like, it doesn't have to always be like ASMR in your ears, right? So, but yeah, certainly it has helped people get through a lot of stuff, a lot of stressful situations, like even at work. If you're able to, if it helps you increase your vibration and attract better things for your life, be my guest and do that. So do what makes you happy. That's another thing. It's a choice to relax, and you gotta do what makes you happy and feel good, because at the end of the day, you can't relax if you're not feeling at least somewhat happy. And again, don't have a false expectation you're gonna be happy every single day. That's just not true. You're only gonna make your suffering prolong and your health deteriorate even worse, or attract something that makes your health deteriorate even worse, because you're lowering yourself vibrationally by constantly pressuring yourself to be happy, right? It's a false expectation. You can feel free to cry whenever you want. You can feel free to let those emotions out, but not to trap yourself into the same negative cycle of I'm always going to be happy. It's like, even always being relaxed or at peace, it's just not natural. It's not human nature, and it's just robotic, and that's more computer machine-like than anything. So you're not programmed, you're designed by creation. I feel like, this world has brought so many amazing things, and it's like, only if we could just take the time to listen a little bit, and then, even, I would say, is, listen to other bars, hang out with your friends, you know, if you need it, right? If that's something that you enjoy and that helps you wind down and relax, then do that, you know, spending time with a partner, like in good company with them, and, you know, just kind of chilling and vibing and hanging out, you know, that can also help you relax as well. Personally, again, now getting back to the subject, so, my way of relaxing is really, to go in the bathtub like once every 2 weeks. I'm due for that pretty soon. And it's just like my time, right? Like, I'm not gonna message anyone, I'm just gonna listen to music, and it's just me, myself, and I. And sometimes your own company is the best company, honestly. I'd rather be alone than in bad company any day. Any day, any day, any day, any day. Can I get an amen to that? Because, why be around stressful situations that are not vibrationally matched to you, right? Like, why be around people who you just don't like in general, right? Like, it just lowers you, you know? So, it just wouldn't work, right? So, you would just have to realize what's best for you sometimes. And, yeah, like, are you being genuine and authentic around others as well? Or are you just not truly being yourself? Like, it's something to ask. But anyway, so, and this links into your whole life because, like, you know, how are you going to be relaxed if you're not authentic to who you are, and you always feel this guilt and this burden, like, maybe I should have, like, said something different or did something different. So, yeah, of course, the biggest reason we can't relax is due to, like, past emotional things, issues, traumas, you know, cycles we go through, repetitive patterns, behaviors with others and people, and how we interact with others, and, you know, sometimes people in general just cause too much stress, honestly. I mean, sometimes you need just that getaway and to be a hermit in the woods. Like, you know what, do what works best for you, like I said. So get that de-stress tea. I also like tea, okay? Like, I just had some stress balance tea this morning because of, like, everything that happened this morning. I was, like, so overwhelmed, and I had to clean up outside in the patio and collect the trash, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is just too much, you know, and I have work to do, and then I have somewhere to be later. It's like, yeah, so I was, like, really actually upset, but then I remembered, boop, slow it down, slow the machine down, okay? Don't overheat your fan, right? Like, process this, okay? Acknowledge it, accept that it's there, it happened, it's done, it's already the past now, right? There's no more wind. You can move on, you can continue your day. Like, a lot of times you get anxiety just having so much to do in one day. Like, today I have videos to make and bookings to do, and I just felt, like, so overwhelmed, and I was like, oh my god, like, how am I gonna keep up, right? And then I remembered, okay, you know, I literally just, like, I almost, like, I had to push myself to sit down, write in your journal, read your Bible, read your book, right? Like, you know what, even take extra time if you need to go meditate, do that first before, like they say, if you don't have time to meditate, you need to meditate more, right? Like, I mean, you need to, like, really match with that vibrationally, right? Like, the vibration of relaxation, the vibration of happiness or peace or whatever you like, right? Like, for me, it's not always happiness. Like, I don't need to always be happy. Like, that's not what, like, a full quality life is. I believe a happy life in general is, like, not that it's always going to be happiness every day, all day, but, like, that you can go through your ups and downs and still know you got this, right? Like, for me, that's what I define as happiness, right? It's different for everyone, but yeah, that helps me relax, knowing confidently that, yeah, things will get better on the other side. Things are maybe sometimes turbulent or bad in this moment now, but things will get better progressively with time, as long as you trust and have faith that they will. And I think that's the part key of, you know, relaxing, knowing that you can find that. You can find something to look forward to even tomorrow. Like, you can maybe relax on the beach, right? Like, you can take yourself on a getaway, right? You can drive somewhere. I love to drive so much. Like, if I could just drive, like, all day, like, and just be like a gypsy on the road, like, I would, like, an RV, like, just driving the whole country. Oh my god, I would literally do it day and night, okay? No regrets, okay? No regrets. Alright. That's what finds, relaxation finds itself into my life. You know, if you need to take a nap, you rest, you wind down, you relax, you get comfortable, you stretch, you do your yoga, your meditation. Like I said, you talk to that friend, you call them up. Sometimes even the simple things like scents, like smelling candles, okay, you know, things in your life to be mindful of the present moment as well, right? Like, I'm here right now breathing. Deep breathing is another one. Sorry, this is going fast, but you know, these videos are never scripted. Yeah. Maybe I need to deep breathe because I've been talking and talking and talking. Oh my gosh, like a drunken sailor. myself with like all over my body, like with like a lavender lotion, and just it's like calms you down so much. And also painting. Oh my gosh, like paint a room, paint a wall, right? Like paint a canvas. There's so many things you can do. Like basically everything ASMR artists do in their videos, you do as well, right? That's another thing. Like if I were to apply makeup on you, go do it to yourself for fun, right? Like it doesn't have to be stressful, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to look Instagrammable. You just enjoy that moment with a candlelit dinner to yourself, and you just do you, boo boo, because honey child, like it's just gonna feel so nice and rewarding when you could just treat yourself like that and do that to yourself. Buy yourself something new, like guilt free. Honestly, it's Christmas now as well, you know. Honestly, even if you not many funds right now, you know, you only have $10, you only have $10, you know what? I believe when you give, it comes back to you 100-fold. That's my opinion. Get yourself some lollipops or something, like, you know, guilt-free. Reward yourself, because you're only gonna match vibrationally to a higher vibration by treating yourself good with loving kind of respect, right? Like, you do what works best for you at the end of the day. I'm not saying go spend all your money like that, but you know what? I am saying that, you know, there's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way, so you're gonna find that way out eventually, and you're gonna get there, and I know it, and I know I'm speaking here from the heart. There's a lot of people going through that right now, and that, you know, people are telling me that, messaging me, you know, so I know it's happening. I'm not just pulling it out of my behind, like, oh yeah, this is maybe theory or something. No, this is like people are actually going through a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about right now. So, you know, it can be hard to find relaxation in that moment, to relax in general. So many times it's cold in the winter, you know, you're literally, your shoulders are like this when they're supposed to be naturally like this down, you know. Do you never notice that in people? And so, you know, sometimes you have to force it, like push it down, and then like breathe deeply, or imagine that warm air filling your lungs, and then exhaling and enjoying that in the present moment. And, you know, even clothes, like trying something new, sometimes even going to the mall just to try on clothes you can't even afford, but you just try them on in the changing room because it makes you feel good. You know what? You do that because that's only going to help you attract better things. And I'm telling you right now, like, you know, you walk in that store, even though you can't afford half the stuff in there, you walk in there head held high and say, you know what? I am relaxed, I'm confident, I'm comfortable, I'm free to be myself. Even affirming it out loud, saying positive affirmations, like out loud, I am relaxed. Every day I say this to myself, even when I wake up in the morning, I am wealthy, healthy, happy, and at peace. I'm wealthy, healthy, happy, and at peace. In Jesus' name, amen. Like, I just say that, you know, whenever I can, and it just, like, it reconfirms the truth that even though it's, like, sometimes you don't feel like it's totally true, right? Like, maybe you're not happy in that day, or maybe that day, I don't know, you're not so much at peace, but you say it anyway, because I'm telling you, it eventually comes to fruition. Some life, in some part of your life, it doesn't have to be, like I said, consistently clean every single day. That's not reality. That's not why we're here. We're not here to just be happy all the time. You know, we're here to go through some suffering, you know, to, I say, like, bear the cross of some difficult circumstances sometimes, and that's what makes us stronger, and that's what makes us find happiness and peace, right? Like, you can't know what happiness and peace is until you go through the darkness. So I know I mentioned that a lot before as well. But when you're in the darkness, make sure you remember always that there is that other side, and you can choose relaxation during that time. You can choose to be relaxed when there's fire all around you, right? It's just like that meme with the dog, and he's like, this is fine. Yeah, perfect metaphor example of that, okay? He chose relaxation in that moment. I say, how are you going to choose relaxation? How are you going to choose to relax today? Take a shot every time I say relax. What are you going to do? What are you going to define your life as from here on out? Are you going to choose to continue the path you went on? Or are you going to choose a new trajectory and to uplift yourself and to go higher and to reach for the stars and the moon? And, you know, it's so important for your health as well. You know, sometimes you want to feel a little bit guilt, like, wow, what am I doing to myself, right? Like, to just push you, right? Like, don't absorb the guilt or acknowledge it entirely, but just be like, yeah, oh my god, like, why am I treating myself this way for so long? Why can't I why am I doing this to myself? Why am I hurting myself so long? For so many years, being unable to do this. Okay, you know, and sometimes we just have to, like, slap ourselves, awake ourselves, you know, into realizing, like, wow, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing that's, like, damaging to my overall health and well-being in the long term. Maybe, I need to take responsibility for, you know, just how I feel right now. Like, maybe I need to get that help, you know, maybe I need to go to that therapist, or maybe I need to, you know, do these different basic approaches and steps, and, you know, even hugging stress as well, you know. Certainly physical human contact is so important, especially nowadays more than ever, when a lot of people are told, you know, the opposite. So I would say overall that just make sure you do what works best for you at the end of the day, right? Like, you do what you believe in, you stand for what you believe in always. I have a neutral approach to a lot of things, so I like to keep an open mind with you guys and like share my story, my journey, my experiences. I hope a lot of this makes sense and it wasn't too fast, and maybe you took a little notes if I went a little bit deep here. But I would say overall that I don't have all the answers, obviously, so like, this is just my personal journey with relaxation. For a while it was just dependent solely on ASMR, and then it just ended up being into something that I could transition into my life. My job relaxes me. I love to do these videos. I do them constantly because I get relaxed even doing them, honestly, so it's like a win-win. But yes, there are stressful days, you know, you run out of ideas, you don't know how this is coming across, maybe it's too noisy outside, right? Like, today I was wondering, it might be too windy to film, you know, but then it died down. Like, why was I worried? Why was I even implanting that thought in my mind or out loud, you know, exclaiming what could have happened hours from now? Like, it just doesn't make sense to torture ourselves like that in that way. So again, that's where it comes to being in the present and enjoying what is now, because that present moment goes by so quick. You better feel guilty and enjoy that moment, because if you don't, like, you know, you buy that lollipop, you know, you only have $10, you know, you enjoy, you immerse in that, like the owl in those commercials with the Tootsie Roll, 1, 2, 3, he didn't take his time. Okay, never mind, he didn't take his time, he swallowed the whole. But you know what, you take your time, you don't be like that owl, okay? You enjoy that moment. The owl is greedy when it comes to the lollipop, so you don't be greedy, you just enjoy that lollipop, whatever that means to you, okay? Enjoy that moment. That's okay, let me stop, child.